Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Mahokenshi. Now, before we get into the game, again, I've got basically a brief update. First of all, to reply to some of the comments that I have had in the comment section about this game. Some people have commented basically that some of the things about this game seem strange, like the fact that you have a stealth class, even though a lot of the game seems to be very heavily sort of aggressive combat, and I agree. I think the stealth mechanic in the game is not it's not basically utilized as best as it could be. It feels very weak in comparison to the other two of the four classes I've played. Basically, the Tengu and the Kappa classes feel a lot more powerful than the Praying Mantis, like the Shinobi class, because your stealth goes down so quickly. The fact that you don't have a lot of cards that give you stealth either makes the class relatively. It feels less like you're playing the class, or more that you're playing against the class, to be honest. So I don't know. I think the developers may want to go back and have a look at that particular class and maybe tweak the mechanics a bit. Because as it stands, the stealth aspect of the class just isn't really great, especially in a lot of the missions make it hard for you to avoid being detected. I know you're supposed to zip around and all that kind of stuff in a single turn, but I don't know, it just feels very limiting. The other thing that was pointed out is that someone who has also played the game says that they've been grinding a lot longer in this game than I have, and they still can't get past the mission that I'm stuck on. Which is, if that is the case, that is going to be a problem. The thing is, I'm not a massive fan of grinding in games if I can help it. I will do I tend to do it off camera so that you, the players, don't have to basically witness me doing this a lot of the time, especially in games where I have to grind to get past certain parts. But I don't know. I've been on so far I haven't had much issue with Mahokenshi. But like I said, I'm going to give it a shot today. If we can get past the mission, fine, we'll keep going. If not, I might just basically end the Let's Play series here and just say you've seen a good chunk of the mechanics of the game, and think of it more of a long sort of game review rather than a Let's Play series. But I don't know. It's one of the things that I dislike about games that have a lot of grind in it, especially when the grind is aimed. A lot of the challenges are just... I'm not a fan. I will say this now. Some of the challenges feel overpowered. They feel too difficult for what you get the reward for. You get 50 crystals, fine, but to get them, it's nearly impossible. This one here is, as you saw in the last video I did of this game, this one is nearly impossible to do unless you're running all the way around the map and killing them before he gets to the temple and burns it to the ground. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I do think they should have the function in the game to allow you to hang around after you complete the main mission, especially for some of the objectives where it's defeat the prophets before the demon is summoned. Defeat the prophets who summon the demon. That could be done after you've killed the demon, but no, you had to do it before the demon basically destroys stuff. And it's this one here. Defeat your pursuers before reaching the castle. That's doable. It's not easy, but it's doable. I don't know. I just feel that some of these challenges, the problem is that the reward you get for this tie right into how you level up your classes, because they're basically a perk tree system that the game has. So, I don't know. Win after sealing every pit. Win before the second village is destroyed. These ones, like I said, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the difficulty spike in this game. I feel that it's deliberately grindy, and because they've tied a lot of basically the game perks behind these bonus missions, making the bonus missions too challenging basically means that you suffer a lot. I don't know if they intend for you to basically try and get some of them, progress the story, then come back. But it seems it seems problematic, if I'm being honest. I think with this story here, what they intend for you to do is to clear out an enemy, so that when you do fight the sorcerer, it's easier to do. I am going to try with basically the House of Ruby rather than the House of Jade, because the House of Ruby is just a straight up more damage dealing build. Okay, yeah. All the villages are destroyed. There's 5 of them. Defeat the Coat Sorcerer. Okay, so we want to go strength with the character because strength is very useful. So my plan is that this is the last village here, yeah? And he's going to wander around and basically destroy stuff. So what I think I want to do is sweep down here. What I really want to do, to be honest, is I want to basically sweep down here, sweep up here. I basically want to clear this area out around this village so when we fight him, he doesn't have like a ton of allies, and just like close up the portal. That's probably our best bet, to be honest. We'll see if it will work. Let's increase the speed. I'll go for basically game-based strength. Actually, is pretty good, so let's grab that for her. Increase base strength. How far? Because they can see. I want to start probably making my way down towards the village. Let's see. None of these are good, but getting more draw isn't too bad. Let's see if we can buy something decent in the shop. We haven't got a ton of money. That one is quite good. No, the rest aren't particularly fantastic. Okay. We need to basically move, and we haven't had any of our getting across difficult terrain tiles, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's start killing these guys. And let's buy a horse card. We'll then attack. Do I want to attack twice? Yeah, we'll attack twice. We'll pop the strength card. And then we'll fall back into the mountain. That's fine. Because we're on the mountain, so we can go Bish Bosh. That's fine. They're going to start burning that down. So let's destroy them. Get over here. Get into the village. Let's see. Dash 2 tiles from planes, draw 2 cards. We'll grab that one. Having fly is not too bad, to be honest. Because it helps us to get through terrain quickly. So they're going to burn that down. Yeah. Let's grab a talisman free. Let's get more money. The only downside of him allowing him to basically build up. I forgot about the pit. Yeah, we need to go and shut the pit down. Okay. Unfortunately, that awakens him. This is the thing I dislike about this game, I'm not going to lie. The fact that... I don't know. It feels constantly like you're fighting the game. A lot of the time. Like, he's going to go there, he's going to burn the village. There's a village there and there's a village here, so it depends where he's going to go. Sealing all the portals is a pain. But he's just going to keep spawning enemies out, which is annoying. The problem is if we go there, we trigger all these guys, which I don't really want to deal with, to be honest. So I'm going to fly over here. He's going to basically move up and start shooting me. That guy's going to run down there. Okay. I want to try and make my stand around here if I can help it. Let's get here. No, it's the. I should have used strength earlier, to be honest. Let's kill him. Problem is, going into this village will then trigger all these guys. We haven't killed him, have we? Okay. Let's see. Let's get that one, that's useful. We've got to go strength build, we'll go this as well. Just need more attack cards. Okay. Play this. Get rid of that guy. Pull that guy out of the mountain. So he's going down there. Alright, that's fine. So he's going to go down there and try and get to the village, and that's where I'm going to fight him. Okay. Okay, so he's going to start hitting me with curses. Fantastic, because, you know... I'm going to get cards. I mean, I have to discard stuff because it basically seems to be the way to fight him. Okay. The fact that he's... Okay, let's first kill off this guy. Now he's just going to keep spawning my hand full of junk. Okay. Yeah, this is really... Okay. This is the thing I hate about doing this mission. It's just that you need to have an absolute ton of card discard. Like, you just need to have your entire deck based around discarding stuff to beat him. I don't know. I'm not enjoying this. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I find this mission to be really quite trash. I think it's just a really sort of rubbish mission that I can't do anything about. Yeah, why can't I play this? I've got the energy. See, look, because it's... No matter what I do, this is just a constant problem. And... I don't know. I just find this, like, really frustrating. Because this map is... Because no matter what, if you... Let's just think about this logically. How would we normally do this? We would kill everybody in the immediate area so they can't run and get reinforcements, so we can focus all our fire down on here. But to do that, to beat him, you need card discard, because he basically fills your deck with trash, which he then uses to kill you. And the problem is, to get a lot of card discard, we need to run around and get basically the card pickups. So... I'm just trying to figure out how on earth we're supposed to actually do this. Are we literally just supposed to... I don't know. It feels like... because you've also got the spawning pits. I'm not gonna lie, I find this to be like absurdly trashy. I'm sorry for the developers if you think that this is fair, but it's not. Because, okay, if it was just the map without the spawning pits, then yeah, it would be a hard fight, but it could be doable. Because what you'd do would be that you would come up here, you would basically kill off the stuff in this area, and then basically fight him. As he basically made his way over here. Now, it's doable, because what you'd want to do is you'd want to basically sweep up here, kill this stuff, sweep down here, kills this stuff, seal the ceiling pits. This is the thing, they've got too much on the map, because not only do you have to do all that, and compete with this guy who fills your hand with trash, so you need to have card discard, you also have to take into account that you've got these pits that basically every 6 turns spew out relatively tough and strong enemies. It's not like they're spitting out trash, they're spitting out actually fairly powerful opponents on top of an opponent who gets more powerful the longer you leave him. So I don't know how they expect us to actually do this. If they expect us to grind, yay, fine, okay, but that is not a good mechanic to put into your game if your solution for having an overpowered boss encounter is to go, oh well, you should have basically grinded more. On top of this, whenever we hit him, we take, I don't know, this feels like oppressively grindy. And to be honest, this particular character here is one of the more damage-orientated ones. I mean, I don't know. I just feel, because like this is really sticking me, this particular story mission, and this isn't even far into the game. So this is one of the things I dislike about games like this, is that like literally he has these 2 cards, that's all he has. Both of them are, this is also the thing that's really annoying, he spams these because they have 0 energy cost. So he constantly gets defense, and he constantly gets this one, and he has no energy cost to any of his attacks, yeah? He has a HP pool that goes up constantly the longer you leave him, so you want to fight him as early as possible. But it's a trap, because if you try and fight him as early as possible, you don't close the spawning points. And if you don't close the spawning points, they constantly pour out enemies. I don't know. I really don't know how the developers expect you to beat this mission without like really excessively grinding. And that isn't fun for me. Because it means that like it's not bad for you, the viewer, because all you have to do is basically, I'll put a time skip in and it's this boss and it's ready to go for you, the viewer. But for me, it's really tedious, because it requires me to spend like hours and hours playing the same. Because remember, we're not far into the game; we're literally on the 4th island, and there's a lot of islands. I think we're just under halfway, and so it's one of those things where I have to play through the same handful of maps, grinding my character's level up to get unlocks. And this is something else I have noticed. As much as interesting as the theme of you go into every mission with basically a blank slate and you build your deck up from there, which is fine. At the same time, though, it's one of those things where it feels unnecessarily punitive to the player. Because if you can't build, this is a deck building game, and the thing is that if you don't if you don't, if you think about it like it's basically your fundamental deck builder game, then it raises the question: why are they basically not allowing you to build a deck? Because if it's a deck building game, one of the main key components of deck builder games is that you are customize your deck so you basically know how the combos work when you go in. This isn't how this game works. It works with the concept of that you go in with basically a basic hand and you build your deck from scratch every single time, which is fine. The downside of that, though, is that it's really heavily affected by RNG. So if you have a map like the one we're stuck on, and you haven't grinded enough to get up to the good bonuses for your character, see, look here, because like we're currently level 8 out of 10, and we've got another couple of cards. We've got one more card set and one more item unlock. So the thing is that I don't know. Do they expect you to play through like all the like? This might be the thing. They expect you to play through all the missions with all the characters to get them up to a level and get your items unlocked. Now, if that's the case, I don't like that, because that feels like artificial. Basically, it feels like filler. To be honest, it feels like they've added length to the game by making you have to grind. Say, okay, so you want to get past this particular story mission, you have to basically have really good cards unlocked, but to get really good cards unlocked, you have to grind the free characters to get them all up. I don't know. I'm sort of sitting here scratching my head, to be honest. And normally I'd be, okay, I'll try it a couple of times, and if we get past it off camera, we'll keep going. But like, as you can see, like that mission is really hard, and I've had someone in the comment section tell me that like they've had multiple characters high level and they still can't get past a story mission. And personally, I think it's just a broken. I think it's just an unbalanced story mission. There's too much in it. There's not only do you have too many enemies on the map.
As villagers
you have too many enemies on the map. You have spawning pits as well, on top of having an enemy that constantly heals up. So, I mean, this is the thing. Normally I would take these cards because they play really well into the character's playstyle, but no, I'm basically taking all the cards I can get, which are basically card discard, because we basically need to purge our deck of as much trash as possible because of the boss. I also need to make a ton of money. Pick a rare card, gain gold, gain base strength. +1 strength isn't really worth it, so let's go for the rare card. Anything with card discard. Yeah. Let's get that. And we'll start making our way towards the village. I mean, I don't mean to come across as frustrated, but I personally find this style of gameplay to be really frustrating. Because it feels just annoying, to be honest. It feels like the game punishes you for being unable to basically move. Okay, so for retirement, the last strength. Yeah, let's gain energy. I just think we have to go massively aggressive. I think we just have to go straight off the bat, go massively aggressive, and just try and just... This is the thing, which is that from what I'm seeing, it's playing really heavily into a particular style. Twice. Okay. It's basically making us play a discard deck to do this. I'm going to go here. I'll grab the dash card to give us extra strength. And then I'll dash to here and try and pull them out for as long as I can. Okay. Kill him. Kill him. Okay. Try and upgrade a card for free. What do I want to get for free? Draw 2 cards. Stacking strength is useful. Dash 1 tile for every 2 strength. Oh, that's with every 2 strength, so that's actually pretty pointless. I should have read that card in more detail. Okay. Gotta boost this one. And the rest we need more money for. Okay. So he's going to destroy the first village. Which we cannot permit. Okay, so let's play this. Discard that. We didn't get a ton of stuff, unfortunately. And now we've only got this. So I'm going to basically drop the strength to get my strength up even more. And then try and kill the wizard as soon as possible. He's probably going to run. Yeah. Problem is, this guy is just... We need more attack cards. So let's get here. Play this. Play this. Now we need to get attack cards. None of these actually... Don't want to do a lot of cycling either. This one is destroy cards. Money, health. Increase base draw, that might be worth it actually. Okay. Problem is, it's going to take us a lot of energy to get there. Okay, so let's get there. Increase base draw. And we... This is the issue. Because even if we discard, they're still going to keep piling up. Yeah, that doesn't work. Because normally when you do discard in game, it would be that you basically get rid of it, or it's ethereal, so destroyed after being played. So that's not even going to work. Okay, so yeah, my plan is completely kaput. Because normally, when you discard, it plays it. You must discard another card to play this card, yeah. So that's fine. Normally when you discard something, it plays it and it sends it straight to your discard pile, which in theory should basically get rid of this because this is a ethereal card. But they don't seem to be doing that with this particular build. With this particular system, it means that it just hangs around in your deck. Which makes that build, my current build, worthless. Okay, so this isn't going to work either. This is going to keep spawning, that's going to keep spawning. Right, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't care. So yeah, so I thought that might work, doing the whole build a discard deck so that you can just chuck the ethereal cards out. Apparently it doesn't work because you actually have to physically play the card for it to break. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm done. I'm sorry, but I really don't like this. I think the developers, I strongly recommend that the developers go back to this map and tweak it. Because as it stands right now, this map it's basically a roadblock. It serves as a massive roadblock to the game. And I personally think that it takes away from the game. Like this feels like something that you should have, like maybe around here or here, somewhere like further into the game, so that you have more variety. If you have to grind, you have more variety to go back and try different maps and stuff. Because currently we're stuck on this map and a couple of ones here, to be honest, to get unlock more basically crystals. So I'm just trying to think of, I'm just trying to rack my brains to think of ways that you can basically beat this map, because you can't make a discard as the discard deck, because basically the ethereal cards don't go away. You have to play them, which means that you have to have basically an energy deck. You have to have a deck that constantly gives you a lot of energy, so that you can constantly play all the cards he puts into your deck, plus have attack cards to deal damage. On top of that, we still have to deal with the cursed pits, which are spawning enemies every like 7 or so turns. Plus, you had to deal with the fact that he gets stronger the longer you leave him. Plus, you have to deal with the fact that the map is full of enemies who have a lot of overlapping areas, cones of vision, which like basically they have a lot of their perception areas quite large, and they're all next to each other, and they all run off and get allies. So it bogs you down, so it slows you down. Yeah, I personally think this map is not well balanced. It feels broken, to be honest, and I really strongly suggest that the developers basically fix this map. What's it called? What's the map missing called? Scholar of Corruption. I think they need to go and they need to basically fix this map desperately quickly, because otherwise they're going to be driving away their players. Because I'm racking my head trying to figure out how you could, with tactics and strategy, how you can beat this guy. And besides just grinding all the characters and getting all their unlocks, you get their higher level cards, and then purging it. I don't know. It feels to me like this mission hasn't been well thought out. Or if it has, it hasn't. Like the people who have play tested have had access to things that they've had access to, like the full deck of cards or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating. This is all speculation on my part, but it really feels that the balance for this level for this mission is fully unbalanced. I can't even win it. Like, I wouldn't mind if I couldn't complete the objectives as long as the base mission was doable. But the base mission is so far outside of my reach at the moment that I can't see myself completing it without basically grinding all the characters to max level to get all their unlocks, and then trying to do the other bonus missions to get the resources to unlock more upgrades. And I know you could say, oh, well, why don't you respec? Why don't you respec, take off... The thing is that the stuff I've put into here are things that I consider to be, like, mandatory picks for your... If you're playing the game, these are things that you sort of need to have. You need to have rapid strike, because at early level it's a good way of getting through enemies. You need to have access to, like, card discard and, like, talisman slots. You need to have these things. You need to be able to basically do them in the game to make it actually possible to get through missions. Stuff like having additional health and being able to heal at villages. Like, that's something that, I don't know, I just feel that the game balance is not anywhere close to what it needs to be for this mission. And as a result, I am going to stop playing. Not because I don't think the game is fun, because I enjoy Mahokenshi. I think it's a good game, but I'm not going to go for, like, I don't, as I said to you, I don't like grind. I really don't like grind. So having to grind all the characters to get all their unlocks, and then struggling with the other side missions to get the resources for the talent tree, just so I can try and have a chance at beating this mission, feels to me unfair. It feels basically unbalanced and artificially sort of making you grind the game, because I want to unlock the characters by playing through the mission, like by playing through the story. That's what I want to do. That's what a lot of people play games that have character progression. They want to progress through the story and progress their character. They don't want to be doing the same story missions like 5, 6, 7 times just to grind the character up to get past a story. So as much as I want to continue the Let's Play series, I think I'm going to stop here, because I'm not enjoying this. I'm really not enjoying this. And in all honesty, I have better things to do with my time than spend hours grinding away on missions to get characters leveled up to unlock all their equipment, just so I have a chance, not a guaranteed chance, but a chance of basically getting through a story mission. I don't know. Like, you can tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section or whatever, but this is how I feel. I felt the last 2 or so episodes I've done of this, I felt really frustrated with this particular, like, roadblock that the game has put in place. So please like and subscribe. Leave comments in the comment section. Tell me if you want me to basically grind it off camera and try and get past it. But as it stands right now, I'm pretty, like, fed up, to be honest. And I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye.